Hello everyone. So glad to see everyone here tonight. Got some fun for you. We're going to feature the Christmas Gleaming Variety Bundle. Yay. It's such a cute set. It's a carryover from last year. Bear with me while I share over to my groups. It's just going to take me a minute. And I'll be right with you to see who's popping on with us. I see a couple here. Let's see, paste, post, and my team. Okay, there we go. Hey, Lori. Hello, Miss June and Nancy. Yay, glad to see you ladies. Hey, Carol. Hello, Miss Sue. Oh, good. Everybody's popping in. Let me see if I can get us a little straighter because we are definitely very crooked. Hello, Deb. Oh, that made it worse. Okay, let's try it that way. That's better. Okay. Takes a few minutes to see. Thank you, Sue. I appreciate you sharing. I do have Prize Patrol tonight. I have a couple of winners and a couple new Prize Patrols for announcing next time we're together. I don't believe we will be live next Sunday. I may be able to pop in, but I'm not 100% sure. This week, coming up at the end of the week, we do have On Stage at Home, which is our virtual event. This is the week we were supposed to head to Salt Lake City. Very disappointed. COVID kind of stopped that, so Stampin' Up! Is doing a virtual event. So Thursday, Friday, and Saturday I'll be glued to my computer. This is also hubby's vacation, final week of vacation, so I'll be ignoring him for a few days on the computer. So probably Sunday I will, being it's his last day of vacation, I'll probably spend with him. So we will probably not be back here for at least another week. Oh, thank you, Lori. Appreciate that. Hey, Carlene. Yeah, I'm excited about On Stage Nancy. Lori and Michelle Batterson, my other downline, will be getting together virtually. I created a special group for the three of us to kind of share in the excitement of the event, and hopefully I'll have some good stuff to share with you. But yeah, next Sunday I think I'm going to take off to just kind of spend with hubby for his last day of vacation. So, okay. I appreciate you guys understanding that. But then, like I said, the following week I'll have lots of goodies hopefully to share with you from On Stage. I do know we get to see an electronic version of the upcoming spring catalog during the virtual event. So kind of excited about that too. I love seeing the new stuff. It's always exciting to see what's coming. Hopefully, as always, Stampin' Up! Never disappoints. So I'm excited to see. Thanks, Robin. I appreciate that. Glad you could join us. Thanks, Nancy. I know you guys are all wonderful about that. Family first, for sure. Today I spoiled him. I made him, he was craving ziti, so I made a big pot of sauce, and we made ziti, and he's enjoyed that. So now, actually he just went down to get me some gas for tomorrow morning, because tomorrow morning I have to leave bright and early, because I have to be in Rome at the garage by 5:30 a.m. to begin testing, and they're calling for this big snowstorm to hit between tonight and tomorrow. So lucky me. Thanks, Carol. It was really good. Came out real good. I was actually very pleased with the sauce. Yep, Carlene, they appreciate it when we do it. And the house smelled so good cooking that sauce, too. It was yummy. All right, so tonight we are featuring the Christmas Gleaming Variety Bundle. It is the stamp set, the punches, and the beautiful Specialty Designer Series paper is part of the Variety Bundle. And so cute that we did 3 cards, and I even have an extra project just to share with you. We're not going to make it tonight, but I'm going to share it with you. And actually, where is it? It's right here. I'll show it to you first. First up, I thought this was so cute. I did the, on each side, I made the little treat pouch and added the 2 ornaments. You could easily just add some sparkling twine to tie it up, and you have a cute little treat holder. These 2 little chocolate bars are what I have in here, but it would hold many different candies and would present a cute little gift. So I just wanted to show that. And then, of course, we have the 3 cards we're going to make tonight. Card number 1 is a little bit of a fun fold. We have that. And then we have this one, which would make a great gift card holder. You can see all that glitz and glitter from our Wink of Stella. I actually texturized that by running it through the embossing folder. We used the Dainty Diamonds 3D embossing folder, and then I coated it in the Wink of Stella so it just shimmers all over. And when you open it, it pops up this little inside insert. And like I said, you have that little pocket there. You could easily insert a gift card in that. And then, of course, card number 3. This is a little bit of my take on what was in the catalog. I used the catalog for some inspiration, and basically I copied it. Only I made mine a little crooked because I thought that looked kind of cute. But the rest of it's all the same as what you see in the catalog. And I don't know what they use for a card base because they made the designer paper go all the way. But I used some Mossy Meadow, and I thought that was really cute. But before we go and get started, hey there, Lisa Johnson from Wisconsin. Glad you could join us. I am going to announce prize patrols here quick. So Sherry Baker, I don't think I've seen Sherry pop on yet, but she's the winner of our Birthday Bonanza Designer Series paper pack. And Nancy, congratulations, you are the winner of our Lily Impressions designer paper. So congratulations. And I'm seeing some unusual names popping on here. I hope those are not names that are responsible for signing me up for some crazy love lists. I had to ask to have my name removed from these matchmaking sites from Australia. So please do not put me out there. I'm very happily married. Thank you very much. Not seeking strange relationships. Okay, so tonight for Price Patrol, we do have 2 packages of this beautiful Glimmer Assortment pack. So 2 lucky winners for sharing. It's, yeah, it was pretty funny until I got inundated with probably 30 interested men. Not interested. Thank you. One's enough. Okay, so that is Prize Patrol. Funny thing is, they had no photo, they had none of my personal information, just my email address, and it was crazy. Yeah, it was really crazy. But yeah, 30 men interested without a picture. Oh, and it had me 34, so I do appreciate the younger age. But no, I'm not 34. No, I'm not interested. So, back to card making. This is what we do here. This is not a matchmaking site. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to start with our fun fold card. Oh, wow. Really, Robin? Eee. That's awful. It's pretty sad. People are really just crazy. We're just here to make cards and have fun, not any of that stuff. So we have our first card here. And for that, we need our Night of Navy base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. We have a piece of Very Vanilla that's 4 by 5 1/4. Then we have a Night of Navy strip. Wait a minute. This one here. This is 2 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I scored it at the 1/2 inch mark. So that's a 1/2 inch. And then I have a piece of the Brightly Gleaming Designer Series paper. This is cut 2 inches by 6 inches, and that's just going to layer on here, and then you just fold it over the top. Okay, like so. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate that so much. And then I have a scrap of Very Vanilla for our stamping and die cutting. And I have a scrap of the Night of Navy to punch out our ornament. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to attach the Designer Series paper to the strip. And I will, if I get time tonight after the video, I'll run and put the measurements in the description of the video for everyone. So we're just going to go ahead and add, I'm using the Stampin' Seal Plus. Yeah. I don't know if it's because of the Creative Heart part of my business name that people have decided that we must be like a matchmaking site or what, but that is not what this is. This is strictly crafty. If you're here to be crafty, you're welcome to be here. If you're not here to be crafty, you're in the wrong spot. Okay, so now we're just going to add some adhesive to the back of that fold right there. And then we're just going to take this and we're going to center this onto our piece of Very Vanilla. And at that fold, you're just going to fold it down and seal it, just like so. Now we can go ahead and add our adhesive to the back of our piece here. Yeah, Nancy, you're right. I think they are being crafty. But we're not into that kind of crafty. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and center this onto our little base here. Go ahead and seal that down nice and tight. Okay, so that's the first part of our card. Now we're going to go ahead. We have our scrap of Very Vanilla, and we need the stamp here that says "And Be Jolly" this season, and we want our Night of Navy ink pad. Right, Robin, wrong kind of crafty. Okay, So we're going to go ahead and stamp that like so. Yeah, that was my afternoon yesterday. I was trying to get that, my name removed from that list, because it wasn't one of those things that you could just click unsubscribe and it was over with. There was an unsubscribe button, but it didn't unsubscribe you. You had to actually email them to say, please remove my name from your list because I'm not interested. Okay, so then we're using the Stitched So Sweetly dies. Love these dies, use them all the time. And we're using the number 3 die here. And we're gonna just cut this out. So I'm gonna use my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'm gonna run that through. Get everything nice and straight. So there's that. Return that back to its rightful home. Then I'm going to bring this back. We're going to add a couple of dimensionals. And we're going to put them right about here. Oh, the Stitch So Sweetly are awesome dies, Nancy. Like I said, I find I reach for them quite a bit because they work for so many things. Okay, so there's that. Now we have our scrap of the Night of Navy, and I have the small ornament. I'm going to go ahead and punch that out. And again, I'm going to take a dimensional. And we're just going to throw that right there into that corner. And then I have the gold twine, which is from the Forever Greenery collection of, comes with the ribbon and the beautiful twine. I'm going to tie a bow. Hey Barb, glad you could make it. We were just discussing how somehow I managed to get put on some crazy matchmaking site without my permission, because I am happily married and we're here for crafting, not matchmaking. In spite of the creative hearts, it's not that kind of creative. It's creative as in having a heart for creativity, not funny stuff. Hey, Cher. There. So there's our little ribbon. And card number 1. Yeah, didn't even tell husband about any of that stuff because I figured he'd be like having a fit. He would restrict me from Facebook for the rest of my life. Okay, so that's card number 1. Yeah, so please, if you're on here, whoever's responsible, please do not sign me up for any more of your matchmaker sites. I am not available or interested. Oh, Lisa, they're so much fun. I like making the fancy folds. So here's another one. This one here makes this cute little gift card type holder. And this one's our second card. So we start off with a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of cardstock. We have a piece of very vanilla. This measures 3 1/2 by 4 and it's scored at the 1/2 inch mark. I went ahead and scored that already. And we have another piece that is 4 by 4 for the front of our card. I have a scrap of the brushed copper from the Brushed Metals paper collection, which is in the holiday catalog. And then I have a piece of the, oh my goodness, Brightly Gleaming Designer Series paper that we will die cut from using our Stitched Shapes squares. Got that. Okay, so first thing we need to do though is we get to bring in our paper trimmer because we need the scoring blade because we got to do some scoring to our card base. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to lay it on the 11 inch side. Remember, this is 4 1/4 by 11, so it's a 1/2 sheet of cardstock, and we're going to score at 2 1/2. So we're going to lay that at the 2 1/2 inch mark. Score. And then we're going to go to 6 3/4. So 6 3/4. You hear the wind starting to pick up out there. Okay, so now we need our bone folder. And we're going to fold this part up and this part down. Thanks, Cher. This is Pretty Peacock. Hey, John. Have you, Lisa? We just started. But they're now calling for some lake effect snow to kind of move in at this point. Not looking forward to that. Okay, now I'm going to bring in my liquid glue because we're going to add a little glue to the edges over here. So we're just going to add just a thin, close to the edge. We don't want to lock, so you want to be able to fit something in that pocket, or paper for one. So you want to just hold this down for a second, let it catch. Okay, so there's that. Now I have that piece, again, this is the very vanilla that measures 3 1/2 by 4, and it's scored at a 1/2 inch. So we're going to fold that 1/2 inch, and then we're going to open it back up again. I'm going to go ahead add some adhesive. We're going to lay that, you're going to find that score line there, and you're going to line it up right underneath it. Try to get it centered as best you can, and then lay it down. Now you can go ahead and stick it in that pocket. And it does take a little finagle, and there you go. And now it should lay flat. So when you open it up, it slides up. When you close it, it slides back in. So you can easily put a little message on there that'll pop up when you open it. Okay. So next, we bring in our 4x4 piece of Very Vanilla. And I have this Merry Christmas stamp. And I want the Pretty Peacock ink. Get that inked up good. And we're going to go towards the bottom here. Oh, thank you for sharing, ladies. I appreciate that. Okay. Now, we can go ahead and add it to the front of our card. Okay. Now, we need our stitched shapes dies. And what's nice about these is you get the squares, you get ovals and circles. We're using the squares. So we're using the largest two. So for the brushed copper, we're going to go ahead and cut out the largest. So there's that. And then with the smaller of the two, we're going to cut out our designer paper. I love the other side too. Look how pretty that is with the Very Vanilla. So pretty. All right, so we're going to go ahead and add and center that on our copper piece. Hey, Shirley. Okay, so now we're going to bring in our dimensionals. The name of this designer paper is Brightly Gleaming Specialty Designer Paper. All right, so then we're just going to center that like so. All right, so now we need to find, what did I do with my scrap? I did have a piece. There we go. And we need the large. Ornament. Gotta punch that out. And then I'm gonna run it through with the Dainty Diamonds 3D embossing folder. So I'm going to put that in. I'm going to take it to my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Just using the base plate and then the number 4 plate. Run that through. This one does emboss very deeply, so there we go. Then, let's see, we need 2 more dimensionals. It does give it a different look, doesn't it? All right, then we bring in our Wink of Stella and make this baby shimmer. Just paint it heavily. And right now it looks really dark and wet, but when it dries, it's just really pretty shimmer. See that? See, it'll look like that when it's done, but it looks like it's just dancing with diamonds. The only way to describe it. All right. Again, back with that gold twine. I'm gonna make another bow. Trim that off. Need a glue dot. There we go. And there is card number 2. Thank you, ladies. I'm glad you like it. But like I said, perfect for a gift card because you have that little pocket in there. You can definitely add an extra message on the inside. It's just an easy peasy card to put together. And like I said, I will try very hard tonight to get back on to put measurements on for you. Okay. Next up is card number 3. And that one, like I said, I did take from the catalog and just changed it up just a smidge. So, what I have here is a mossy metal counter base. This measures 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. So it's our standard card base. Then I have a piece of that designer paper, and boy, it's hard to flip it over because you have that gorgeous copper accent on one side, and then you have just the other side. But this side is pretty too, so we're using it. Then I have a piece of Very Vanilla that measures 3.5 by 4 3/4. I have a scrap Very Vanilla for our sentiment, and a 2-inch mossy metal circle that I punched out ahead of time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our Very Vanilla piece and mossy metal ink, and our Holly Berry stamp from that same set, and we're just going to stamp it. I'll say about here. Here. Stamping it 3 times. And it's okay if it goes off the paper a little. Like so. Okay. So we're done with the mossy meadow. Then I'm going to bring in my mossy meadow light marker. And we're just going to go ahead and color in our leaves. This is another way to use your markers. You use it with the same colored ink. You just use the lighter color. So it doesn't matter that you might get a little bit of running from the ink because you're using an alcohol ink. But it's not too bad because it is water-based. The ink pad, that is. These are alcohol markers. But if you use alcohol markers with other inks, they tend to run. That's why we really usually use Memento, which is also a water-based ink, but it is designed to not react with the alcohol in these types of markers. But when you're using the same tone, you can get away with this. I'm just going to quickly cover them in. Okay, so that's the mossy meadow. Then we're going to bring in our real red markers. We have both the light and the dark, so we're going to start with our light. And we're just going to fill our berries in quick. Then with the dark, just gonna throw in a little bit of the dark and blend those out. And again, just fill them in with the light. Add a little highlight with the dark, or shadow I should say. And just get them filled in. Okay, so there's that. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to adhere our designer paper. And And we want that a little bit crooked. So like so. This will be a little bit crooked. Me too. Sometimes it happens on accident and I just go with it. Okay, so now we want our real red ink pad. And our Deck the Halls with Boughs of Holly. Get that inked up really good. Okay. Then we have our 2-inch circle punch. I'll get that centered. Add some. Then we're just gonna layer those. They're both 2-inch circles, so I'm just gonna offset them a little like that. Then I have this is the, what is it? Embroidered ribbon. And this is found in the holiday catalog. And we're just gonna that like so. I like to turn it over like so, and then bring in a little bit of Scotch tape. Oh, you got kicked. Oh, sorry, Lori. Boy, I hope you don't have issues with getting kicked off during on stage. I'd call Spectrum right now and tell them they need to make sure you have a good connection. Okay. So there's, now I didn't position it exactly the same, but that's okay. We can work with that. Add some dimensionals. And we're just going to place our circle. There we go. And that, oh, we're not done yet. I did forget one thing. The speckles. And I did use the Delicata Copper, Celestial Copper. This is a retired ink. We had this last year at Christmas time, but this is available in any of your craft stores. So I did go ahead and use it because it just looks so pretty. So just added a little bit of speckle. Just like that. And as it dries, it will lighten to that tone there. So that's our cards tonight. So we have this one, that one, and where did I put? I'm not sure where I put the other two that we just did. Here they are. It's amazing how easily you can lose things in a very small space. Oh, thank you, Carol. Yep, that would be me. I can lose things in about 2 seconds in a 3-foot creative space. Thank you, June. I appreciate that. Thanks, Cher. You're welcome, Lisa. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, you're welcome, Carol. Again, I appreciate all of you ladies for hanging out with me. Well, thanks, Nancy. I'm glad I'm not alone. Same to you, Barb. I appreciate not being alone. And I'm glad you liked them tonight. Okay, ladies. Well, that's all I have for you. I hope you have a wonderful week. Like I said, next weekend, I most likely will not be on because I am going to devote a little bit of time with hubby because, like I said, I will be ignoring him for a few days. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday pretty much because those are all day. Well, Friday and Saturday is all day. Thursday we start in the evening, but exciting stuff with on stage. So even though we don't get to go to Salt Lake City, we still get to connect and see the new product, and hopefully I'll have some great things to report back to you the following week when I am back here live. So I hope you guys have a great week. I will still be posting. I'll still see you here, but we just won't be live next week, okay? Have a great night and a great week. Bye for now.